What's up, everybody? My name is Dennis, aka Mr. Mother-808, and I'm back with another reaction video. This time, I'm going to be changing things up a little bit. We're going to be reacting to another murder mystery, so to speak, for lack of better words. This video is called Mom Discovers Her 13-Year-Old Son Just Killed Somebody. And this just came out a couple days ago on Dr. Insanity's channel. It's currently at 5-point-something million views. I wasn't going to post this one today, but the reason why I am is because I had planned to post this video. I did a full reaction rather to Dennis Rodman's 30 for 30 for better or worse. But unfortunately, YouTube flagged it, and now I'm in a dispute. I'm going to have to wait 30 days, so I unfortunately cannot make that one public. So I felt like, okay, well, since that one can't go public, we need some video to throw on YouTube. That's why I'm doing this one today. This is going to be good, though. I already know it's going to be good. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Shall we?
How are you?
Oh, you're coming out now?
What's she editing?
13, you guys. 13 years old.
I was editing Dexter.
What do you guys suspect, or what do you guys know about what happened?
Police are speaking with 13-year-old Hunter and his twin brother Levi, and while they appear clueless now, one of them has just committed a gruesome murder.
We need to talk to essentially each of you, and we're wondering if we can go down to the police department.
I don't know what's going on. Neither do I.
As the weeks-long
Neither do I, Brian.
investigation continues, detectives discover that these are no ordinary boys.
Yeah, they're freaking honkies that have had everything given to them, and, you know, just nothing's good enough no matter what you do, and you, God forbid.
One of them has spent
Ooh, why are they holding 400 sodas?
years obsessively researching serial killers like Ted Bundy. Now he believes he's executed the perfect murder and can outsmart police.
I guess we'll see about that, right?
But a series of childish mistakes would cause his violent fantasies to slowly come to light, leaving his family and the entire town in utter shock as the monster they feared turns out to be a 13-year-old boy.
Find that fool. Yes. And he needs to die.
It's not possible. There has to be someone who planted evidence. What happens now?
There has to be someone that planted evidence. Like, that would be something a 13-year-old would say. Unless you were already researching all kinds of...
Only 13.
There's two types of people in this world. You've got monsters, you've got people who make mistakes.
If it's a murder, then it would be a monster, right?
Oh, geez. Here we go, you guys. This should be interesting.
It's 2 a.m. in the small village of Fairfax, Ohio, and tonight, a 13-year-old boy decides this is the night he becomes a serial killer. For years, he's been obsessed with true crime content.
I obsess over that stuff. I would say that probably 75% of women obsess over that kind of stuff, which is why women are notorious for watching true crime television, Forensic Files, The First 48, everything under the sun, right? But there's a difference between obsessing over it and finding it crazy interesting and then actually deciding, hey, you know what? I'm going to level up a step here real quick.
He's been obsessed with true crime content.
I was obsessed with that from a very young age. And I imagine with today's kids, it's even worse because you got so many shows on Netflix and all these other ones and YouTube where, you know, kids can get buried into this stuff by the time they're 5, 6 years old. Shit that was inaccessible when I was a child.
And with his family preparing to move away the following week, he's finally ready to put everything he's learned into action. At 2:30 a.m., he slips out of his house and walks less than 10 feet to his neighbor's house next door. Once inside, the 13...
Okay, so here's mistake number one. If you've been researching and you decide that you're going to become, you know, this dirtbag, right? You don't go to your neighbor's house and do it there. All right? That's like one of the worst spots to do it, bro. You don't do it next door and be like, no one's going to ever find out, you know, that it was the neighbor right next door. Fucking idiot. It's already showing that he's a 13-year-old not thinking.
Year-old puts on a pair of gloves, something he learned on YouTube that would prevent him from leaving behind his DNA. He moves.
Yeah, that's the other bad thing, bro. They show way too many, they show only the mistakes, right? So that all these crazy kids or whoever that decides that they want to do this themselves can sit there and study and be like, that's why he was caught. This is the only reason he was caught. She was caught because of this. And then they just make sure not to do any of that. How about we stop teaching these kids, bro? These maniacs.
Silently through the house before approaching the bedroom of an elderly woman. At 2:40, he begins strangling her. But despite months of preparation, he quickly realizes this will be
You're gonna choke out an old lady, bro?
far more difficult than he expected, because when the woman wakes up, she fights back, punching and brutally scratching the boy's face. But just minutes later, the woman is dead, killed at the hands of a little boy. At 3:15 a.m.
I don't know about a little boy. We saw him in the video. Yeah, there are 13-year-olds that are very small out there, right? But this guy, there are grown men that are not even the size of this 13-year-old. He
he's
ain't no little boy. He's a little fucking demon, if anything.
back in his own bed, as if nothing ever happened.
Then in the morning, mom's gonna be like, what happened to your face? He's just gonna be like, yeah, in the shower. I was trying to pop a zit, and this is what happened.
It's just past
Idiot.
11 a.m. on a Sunday. Many Fairfax residents are returning home from church when the Fairfax police receive
Fairfax? Is this Fairfax, like, out in California?
a 911 call, unlike anything they've heard in years.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
3919 Germania.
My bad.
I think my sister's might have been murdered. It might be some blood. I don't know.
Okay.
She did not respond when I yelled at her.
All right, sir, I have help coming out there for her, okay? Do you know of anybody
Okay, thank
that
you.
might want to harm her or anything like that?
Absolutely nobody.
On the line is 61-year-old Daryl Tenpenny, insisting his
God, that would suck so much ass to, like, walk in and find a scene like that. Can't even imagine.
sister had been murdered, something almost unheard of in this area. Moments later, first responders arrive at the house, unaware they are not only walking into a carefully staged crime scene, but that the killer is still nearby, watching police's every move.
Yeah, just right across the street. That's crazy. What a dumb kid, man.
Yeah, let's go
Never go right across the street.
and get it out. We'll do confirmation stuff here.
Is this confirmed?
Hey, I don't know. He believes this has been murdered, so camera on.
It's always been on since I hit my lights.
I've said it before, but again, just imagine being these guys and like 10 minutes before this, you're discussing if you should get Taco Bell or just go ahead and get a Chipotle bowl for lunch. And now you're walking into this. Like 99.9% of us can't even begin to imagine what that would be like. You're making lunch plans, and then the next minute you're walking into a shredded up dead body like it's no big deal. And then we sit here and bash police, and then we sit there and have the nerve to fucking judge every last move they do. And yes, many of them make really poor decisions, right? They're humans, of course. But just imagine, dude, it's crazy.
Hold.
Like, on second thought, I don't want Taco Bell or Chipotle. I might not eat for the next 3 days. Darius?
Here.
Just try to touch as least as you guys can. Do what you guys gotta do.
Yeah, no. I see you have blood. Did he cover her up?
I don't know. The dispatch said that he found her with a pillow over top of her. I don't know about
peroxide and cleaning chemicals? That's different.
Like, I don't even think that police should be, no matter how good of an officer you are, I feel like there should be a cap as to how long they work before they're not allowed to be officers anymore, just because of the fact that this type of shit becomes normal for them, and that's not good for anybody, no matter how politically correct, and no matter how well you do your job, you never say anything racist, you never do anything that seems sexist, racist, all this other shit, right? You're the best cop ever. But after, like, I don't know, man, like 5 years, maybe you might need a year or two of therapy, and then maybe you could get released to come back as an officer. I know that sounds crazy, and they'll never do anything like that. But with how traumatizing with how much trauma these guys are put through, that would be literally probably way better. Instead of having these guys for 20 years straight, just numb to chaos, and then some of them turn into monsters, not because they are monsters, but because all they see is this shit for so many years.
Chemicals.
To where they literally are just going to go to lunch break right after this. No big deal.
Pepto-Bismol.
Drink it?
I don't know.
Well, let me go. You want the monitor?
We have rigor.
On the bed lies 64-year-old Sheila Tenpenny, partially clothed and deceased for what appears to have been several hours. As officers continue to inspect the house, they notice nothing appears to be stolen, supporting their working theory that Sheila may have taken her own life. And with that assumption comes the first accidental success for the 13-year-old killer, convincing him he's already outsmarted the police. However,
what are the odds that he's 13 years old, and then this big sheet of paper right here, big old 13.
Smarted the police. However, what officers spot next would flip this theory upside down.
It's just a female DOA on Germania. Just kind of odd, pillow over her face and some chemical
Hair
flavor in the
underneath,
house.
blood and hair underneath your fingernails.
Blood splatter around the bed. The guy that found her said the door was open, and he said that he told the squad that he thinks she was murdered.
So I don't see blood from her. So that might not be from her.
Wow.
So, who knows? That's police work, man. I don't mean to overstep.
No, you're good.
Pills.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
Wow.
He says it's possible that it's a Suey, right? That she took her own life. But, like, why would she have blood all up in her nails? Unless they obviously see, like, real bad scratches on her own face. But who's gonna sit there and take a bunch of pills or whatever that they're assuming at this point, and then turn around and claw the hell out your body as you're, like, passing? Nah, that don't line up, coach. That don't line up, coach.
Blood and hair beneath.
And thank God they didn't end up just closing it off. Back in the day when we didn't have all the evidence and all the tools that they have to their disposal today, they would have just wrote this off as a suey. Dead ass. All right, let's go get some food, boys. Let's get out of here. It's back in 1950. You know how many people were getting away with homies back then, dude? Jesus.
Sheila's fingernails certainly raised suspicions. Investigators still refuse to rule out the possibility of this being self-inflicted. But before they send Sheila's body for autopsy, there's still something that doesn't sit right with them. They're baffled by how certain the victim's brother, Daryl, seemed that his sister had been assaulted before paramedics had even suggested that possibility. And with that statement alone, he has unknowingly made himself their first suspect.
Like, I understand, but Jesus, it's rough.
They decide to ask him a few.
When you're just dealing with your loved one is just brutally just gone, and now they're looking at you like you might have something to do with it. Yuck.
Questions.
How you doing, sir? Obviously not great. I'm Officer Moore, Fairfax Police Department. When's the last time do you know? Yesterday. Do you know what time about, or did you talk to her or see her?
I seen her, and actually, 7:09 p.m. is the last message I got from her.
Was there anything? Was she struggling with anything?
No.
I mean, mentally, physically?
No.
Nothing at all?
No, she's pretty happy.
Okay, so you made a comment to these guys when they first got here that you thought, like, she's
laying on the bed.
I can't believe he's able to sit here with such a straight face. This guy's definitely in shock. I'm pretty sure they said that was his sister, right? But to just see your sister, after all these years you guys have known each other, and she's just brutally just the scene at hand, and then he just seems calm as hell talking to them. I feel for that guy right there.
Her legs spread, and it looked like there was blood, and her head had stuff on top of her, like someone tried to smother her, and she looked like they ripped her thing open. And I yelled at her.
Like, it almost sounds like he's describing a scene of like something he found of like a complete stranger, someone that he didn't even know.
Okay, so you made a comment to these guys when they first got here that you thought, like, she was laying on the bed with her legs spread, and it looked like there was blood, and her head had stuff on top of her, like someone tried to smother her, and she looked like they ripped her thing open. And I yelled at her, and I didn't see no movement from her whatsoever, and I just turned around and walked out.
Interestingly, Daryl never mentions performing CPR.
And he's probably terrified, man. There's a lot of people that, you know, that aren't mentally capable of like seeing a body or seeing that type of scene and then keeping their composure enough to walk up and check for a pulse and, you know, see what else should be done. Like, I get it, dude. You walk into some demonic shit like that, I'd probably about face walk up out of there too. If not, about face run the fuck out of there.
While police now know it likely wouldn't have saved Sheila, that's not something Daryl would have known for sure. And right here comes the second lucky break for the teen killer. Because every good murder needs a fall guy, and the police have just taken the bait with Daryl. Shortly afterwards, Daryl's interview wraps up, the scene is secured, and officers return to the station to await the autopsy results. But as investigators leave the house, they would overlook a crucial piece of evidence. Lying beneath Sheila Tenpenny's body was a men's wristwatch, a seemingly insignificant detail that would later become one of the key pieces of evidence used to solve the entire case.
You mean to tell me this kid wore a wristwatch to the damn event?
1 week passes, and then comes the update investigators have been waiting for. The forensic and DNA results arrive, completely overturning their initial assumptions. Investigators determined that Sheila Tenpenny had suffered blunt force trauma to the head and neck before ultimately being strangled to death. But they also confirmed something crucial. Sheila had managed to fight back. On her hands and beneath her fingernails are traces of blood and tufts of hair, DNA belonging to an unknown male. With these disturbing findings, there is no longer any question. This is a homicide.
That poor lady, man. Nobody deserves that kind of treatment.
So early Monday morning, officers returned to the neighborhood, going door to door in search of anyone Sheila may have wronged, and anyone with fresh defensive wounds. But in reality, the detectives couldn't be more off track. While the young killer quietly brags about the murder online, growing more confident by the hour, knowing the victim had absolutely no enemies. And as police begin surveying the neighborhood, they have no idea which interaction will bring them face to face with Sheila's killer.
So you're one of the trusted family members. What we're doing is getting elimination DNA from anybody we talk to, as long as you're willing. Thank you very much. And then how about your hand? Just let me double check your hands. I know you work with them on the other side. Yeah, that's great.
I can't believe they haven't got a lead or anything.
There's a lot going on, I'll say. So this is just part of the process.
Here's my card before I forget, in case you have anything else or need to reach out. I have email and phone numbers on there.
Find that fool.
Yes.
And he needs to die.
Yeah.
Capital punishment.
I wish we did that more often, to be honest with you. So.
I mean, you know, if he gets out, he's going to do it again. You can't cure
you don't
that.
fix that. Yeah.
You don't fix that.
I agree. Okay, you're good.
Yeah, the sad news is that you guys get it wrong and you fucking put people behind bars that are innocent. And then if capital punishment was more popular, which I agree, I kind of wish we'd go back to using more capital punishment as well. But at the same time, you're going to end up putting down people that literally didn't do jack shit. And that's why it's a double-edged sword. I'm with it. I'm against it. It's hard to say. It's a tough decision. Because if you do increase capital punishment across America, you're going to put down a lot of people that literally didn't do shit. Whether it be because the cops just got it wrong on accident, whether it be there were false witnesses that were convincing enough, or whether it be that the cops were setting these people up. Happens all the time.
There, I'm gonna come up here soon. I know this is a pain in the ass, man, but I definitely appreciate it.
So you guys think this is a random thing, or?
I want to say no. I do.
Well,
but
from what I've heard, you know, the guy down in that new house over there, and a couple others, I've been out here having my cigarette.
Sure.
I hear, I think the brother did it. They're going to arrest him in a couple, 3 days. I'm like, what?
They think the brother did it, huh?
Yeah.
Why? Any reason why they think that?
I don't know. That's just speculation right now.
That's interesting.
After speaking with more than a dozen...
That's fucked up that this brother is catching strays like that. I'm hoping that at the end, when they finally get this all resolved, that not only is this kid dealt with, but I'm hoping that the brother of this poor lady got some compensation for even catching collateral damage, you know, being caught in the crossfires, this collateral damage in this crazy scenario.
People, officers uncover a major...
That shit ain't cool to put someone through that type of shit mentally and then just act like it's no big deal, nothing ever gets done. Like, that man needs compensation for real.
New rumor. Many in the village suspect Sheila's own brother, Daryl, is responsible. With this as their only real lead, another team of...
Poor guy can't even grieve for his sister because he's literally being targeted as the suspect, basically. That's fucked.
Officers led by Special Agent Richard Ward makes a surprise visit to Daryl's house, less than a mile away. And for the actual killer, the plan appears to be working even better than he imagined. Suspicion has successfully shifted onto Sheila's own family member, pulling detectives completely off his trail as they begin focusing in on Daryl. For now, though, officers have just arrived at Daryl's house, where it would soon become clear just how lucky the kid got and why Daryl makes the perfect fall guy.
I'm still getting a little lost my mother, and I have not straightened anything out.
Wow.
And now this.
And then his mother just passed away. So not only did he just lose his mother, but then his sister in this freak incident. And now they're targeting him, basically.
Now I got more to deal with.
That ain't right.
Whoa, you weren't lying. Yeah. Well, these are right here, all these boxes.
Where do you hang out at?
Come in here.
Oh. Hey, I need to ask you a favor.
Now this guy's hoarding. He's mentally just going through it. His mother died. His sister's now not around anymore. He's obviously has his own mental issues going through it. If I was a bigger YouTube, I would say literally, let's start a GoFundMe for this guy. This guy needs all the good wishes and blessings and support that he could possibly get just to even have to go through this, man. I feel terrible for the guy.
Remember I got you swabs. I need you one more thing. Could you just show me your shirt, underneath your shirt, that you don't, I just want to make sure, I want to satisfy
He's the biggest victim out of everyone in this damn video, at least so far.
myself. I don't think you'd ever hurt anybody.
No, especially my sister.
Okay, throw your shit back on. So you have any idea when the funeral's going to be?
Well, we don't have.
They won't release the body yet?
I don't know. Nobody's contacted us. I was going to send you a message this morning and say we are okay with that because we want this person caught.
Right.
Suffice it to say, Detective Ward is taken aback by Daryl's unusual living situation, but still, no scratches.
I would say just by listening to the guy talk, not that I'm a damn physician over here, a psychologist, I would say this guy's suffering from some form of autism. Just by listening to him talk, it seems like there's something not fully going on upstairs. Not saying he's a bad guy, not saying anything in a negative kind of light. I'm just saying they might be looking at him as the fall guy or kind of the oddball just because he is an odd gentleman, and because of that, it could lead them to think that maybe he's hiding some shit or something, you know, in regards to his sister's passing. Yeah, that's a fucked situation.
So
that gentleman should have a lawyer over there. Someone else in the family should be helping this brother out right here.
Investigation takes a step back. There is seemingly no one they can tie to the murder. No enemies, no leads, nothing. But that's because they're looking at this crime completely the wrong way. With the investigation at a standstill, officers canvassing the area continue knocking on doors until they reach the neighbor directly across the street, just 50 feet from the victim's home. It's one of the homes where no one answered earlier, and as they approach the front door, the homeowner, Rebecca, steps outside, unaware that, in the next few minutes, her life is about to be turned upside down.
So I don't know when it actually happened. I know that we saw like the trucks or cars or whatever on Sunday. So and actually Sunday morning at like 6 a.m.
So I think this is the mother of the boy, and if not, either a relative, a grandmother, foster mom, something like that.
We had to run to the ER because my son, the cat, I guess, was sleeping on.
Sorry that my video, that my face is covering this video. It's just them sitting at this place, looks like a bank or something.
His face, and they startled each other in the dark.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was nothing special.
Man.
You guys didn't miss anything.
Scratched him, and so we were worried that it could be bad or infected. And so
okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, take it. She was talking about taking her boy, I think, to the hospital because of some scratches on his face. Oh shit. This is when shit blows wide open right here. My bad.
I don't know when it actually happened. I know that we saw like the trucks or cars or whatever on Sunday. So
while trying to explain what I was seeing in the image that's behind my face, I didn't even catch that they were at the damn hospital, and it's for the scratches on his face, those defensive wounds.
And actually Sunday morning at like 6 a.m. We had to run to the ER because my son.
And her son is sitting in a fucking wheelchair. Oh, this woman coddled him hardcore. At this point, ain't no way you're gonna have a 13-year-old in this hospital with you, and you just gonna let him sit and roll around in a wheelchair? Bro, ain't no way.
The cat, I guess, was sleeping on his face, and they startled each other in the dark.
She said he tried to say it was the cat.
Oh man.
And it scratched him, and so we were worried that it could be bad or infected. And so
okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Okay. It wasn't a big.
As soon as she mentioned the scratches, this detective already knows what's up. He's subliminally, or like without even realizing he's doing it. You see him throwing that thumbs up over here while holding his little binder. Jesus Christ, coming with that karma.
But it was just like traumatizing, and I was like, everybody get in the car.
Just a few feet away, 13-year-old Levi Carte looks through the living room window and notices his mother speaking with police officers. Panicking, he pauses the YouTube video he was watching, runs up to his room, and locks the door. Back outside, officers...
Yeah, that's gonna do some shit.
Begin piecing things together. The boy with fresh scratches across his body could very well be tied to Sheila's murder. In a few moments, detectives will step inside to follow up on this lead. But what they will soon
what an absolute break in this case, by the way.
Find will defy their expectations. But before we get to that, it's worth noting
couple little dorks over there.
That covering stories like this, you've realized just how much people are forced to carry. Fear, trauma.
Oh, here goes the ad for BetterHelp, everybody. Go get you some online therapy. These doctors are too busy for you to come in and speak to them one-on-one anymore without you fucking forking over everything in your 401k.
Even the day-to-day burden of surviving. And sometimes that weight shows up in other ways too, like debt. Do you feel crushed by debt?
Oh, it's not BetterHelp, it's credit card debt ad.
Relieved of your debt. They listen, speak for themselves. Stop to them.
Thank you.
We're starting to get out of debt. That's pdsdebt.com/insanity.
There you go, you guys. Go there if you want to just spend your money on things.
With that said, let's get back to the scene, where detectives are about to go inside Rebecca's house. Unknown to them, what they are about to find inside will be nothing like they expect.
Do you care if we come in, or you want them to come? Okay.
The only reason we're outside is because I was feeling stressed out. All right, I do think she.
That kid is upstairs peeking out the window, and as soon as he hears the door open and them coming in, he's like,
So.
No problem.
Come on in. Hey guys.
I wonder what his heart rate is at right now, 190?
You wanna come back here or no? I haven't been really transparent about what happened across the street, and people who are investigating are talking to everybody.
Damn, I want to see the look on this kid's face as she's saying what she's saying right now, and he's fucking realizing, like, oh my god, this is not working.
And they just want me to talk to everybody who lives.
Bro, that kid knew what he was doing. He better have not got some 5-year bullshit because he's a minor.
Can I talk to you? Do you want to talk in the living room or do you want to talk in your room? There are people who are here that talk about something that happened actually earlier this week.
I know, what game are you playing over there?
Gaming?
Now the cops gotta play good cops and act like they care about this game. He's probably playing the most violent shit ever. It's probably just GTA, watch.
Yeah, he is.
Dexter?
Oh, Dexter. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, he's cap cutting.
Oh, editing.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
That's cool.
He came out and was like, Hi. The weirdest wave ever.
Now you are
Yeah, he's shaking in his Nikes.
Hunter.
Do you want to come sit down?
Yeah.
Naturally, this is not the suspect the detectives were hoping to see, as 13-year-old Hunter Carte enters the room. Realizing they may have jumped to conclusions, the detectives still begin to question the boy. Perhaps he knows something after all.
So we're with the your criminal investigation, and we're just talking to people to see if they might have heard or seen anything unusual that happened over the weekend.
No.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry?
Why don't you stop me there?
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother got into an injury and he had to go to the ER.
My brother got into an injury?
I got really sick and
Kind of already weird wording.
started vomiting and stuff. So
How are you feeling?
That
Getting better?
A lot better. But
That's good.
that whole day
I wonder why you were vomiting. Could it have been that you just took someone else's life? As a 13-year-old? Surely haven't had sex yet or anything like this, but you're grown up enough to go literally take another person's life. And your body is literally... Don't say literally again, Dennis, throughout the rest of this video, or I will literally... But yeah, it's his body basically telling him that he got grossed out by it. He's going to be haunted by it. And it's yeah. If he did vomit, he could be lying about that, but I believe he did, and it's because he took this lady's life.
kind of a blur for everybody, unless it's something that happened a long time ago that's memorable. It's not really something I remember unless it is really, really brought up.
Bro, what the f are you talking about right now?
Although Hunter is unable to provide any new...
It sounded like he was just saying random words, like he's so terrified that he's just talking for the sake of talking.
Detail.
Sounds familiar, huh? That's what my whole fucking persona is all about.
He seems fairly cooperative and willing to help. His twin brother Levi, on the other hand, is still in his room, refusing to come out. Earlier,
twin brother? I thought one was 15, one was 13.
Their mother had mentioned Levi was editing Dexter, a crime drama centered around a vigilante.
You can't make this shit up, bro. This kid is basically telling on his brother without even, like, he's doing everything he can to basically tell the cops, like, it's him, it's him. I can't just look you in your eyes and say that, but I can edit this Dexter serial killer thing in cap cut on my computer. That's... That's so wild, bro. Of all things that he could be editing.
Serial Killer, a show both detectives are all too familiar with. And it's here that detectives would begin to realize their initial hunch about Rebecca's sons may not have been a coincidence after all.
Yeah, it's usually never quick, but that's actually pretty quick.
Hello.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, you're coming out now?
What you editing? I was editing Dexter. Sometimes I edit. Yeah. But
He likes to make videos for TikTok.
Something tells me that both of these kids are fly.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Is that the cat that got you there on the nose?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Oh, so he's the killer. I thought it was this other kid in the green shirt.
Oh,
That's we both startled each other because my bed was right there.
Yeah, his bed was out here
and
until
all the lights were off.
Oh, okay.
So we've been knowing for a while that we needed to.
And just like his brother, it sounds like he is just vomiting at the mouth. Like he's not even really making sense. Like he starts trying to say something and then he just starts fucking throwing random words into there. And like in his head, this is all making sense. Look, I'm gonna back up just a sec and just listen to this dude rambling. Again, sounds just like me.
Startled each other because my bed was right there.
Yeah, his bed
We startled each other because my bed was right there.
was out here
and
until
And even the mother, or this lady with the pink hair, she's also just blah, blah, blah.
Off.
Oh, okay.
So we've been knowing for a while that we needed to.
What?
That we needed to cut their nails. Hunter's been saying that for
I know.
a long time.
I felt so guilty because I had
So
to.
us moving, I mean, we know everybody knows that cats just are awkward. So
What the fuck is that?
us moving, Marshmallow being weird because we're moving, and
Is Marshmallow the cat?
Yes, and
Bro, I think they get it. I think you're over explaining. All you had to say was, yeah, the cat, I startled it, it scratched my pet. That's literally all he had to say. Let's listen to how much longer he describes this.
we had a a play set for them, and we packed it up. So that's also probably another thing. So yeah, me and him just randomly startled each other. He scraped me on the neck.
He's still describing this shit. Like a minute and a half in, he's still describing the most simplest thing. I woke up, startled my cat, scratched my face, it lays across my face. It sucks. Need to get its nails clipped. That's all that had to be said. Still going. Let's see. You want to take a bet? How much longer I'm going to say he's going to go for at least 20 more seconds. What do you guys think? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I'm not sure if you can see
No,
it.
okay. Where else did you get it?
Yeah.
He kind of scraped me on my face a little bit.
5.
And then mainly my nose. And
Yeah,
I was
the nose
trying
was
to
the
clean
scary
my...
one.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
trying to clean myself up.
Yeah, it
the
was
5
like-
stitches.
It was pretty deep.
Pretty deep.
It hurts
So
on your nose there.
we went back to the house after we got out of the doctor.
So yeah, I was right. 20 plus seconds. He's still talking about a fucking scratch. Guilty. Pick him up, choke slam him on that table, throw him in cuffs, get him the fuck out of here. End of story.
And then
Throw him
that's
off
when
a
we saw the
building.
ambulances. I don't know, a lot of it's a blur because I tried to clean myself up because I was distracted in the shower.
Okay.
Interestingly, both brothers used the same word, blur, when recalling the incident. And while traumatic events, even something like death of a neighbor, can affect memory, what catches officers' attention far more is the way Levi seems to over-explain what happened.
Yeah, you think? And the whole time, he never once makes eye contact. He looks at everything and every object in that room. except for any of the officers that are in that room.
He claims the deep scratches came from a fight with a house cat, something officers find difficult
That cat's like, bitch, what the fuck did I do, man? I'm chilling.
to believe given the severity of the wounds. So, with this in mind,
And he's trying to act like it's from a cat. Meanwhile, the scratch is like this wide, right? A cat's toenail is just like the sharpest little pin, right? No matter how bad a cat scratches you, you might have a lot of them, but they're just going to be these little thin, rail thin scratches. Meanwhile, this kid's got like a thumb width nail scratch all up on his shit. And he's like, it was just a cat, man. You know, startled it. You know, like Hunter and I were even talking about it a few weeks ago. We was like, we need to get his nails clipped. And then sure enough, it was all a fucking blur, man. It was all a blur.
detectives believe that despite their young age,
It's just
the
so
brothers
dumb.
have given them enough probable cause to take the next
And these dorks literally think that they got these cops fooled. That's what's funnier than anything.
step. The detectives ask to speak with Rebecca outside for a moment, where they request permission to collect DNA from both of her sons. Without much hesitation, she agrees. But when the three of them return, one of the brothers would have a very different reaction to being tested.
Do you mind if I come? I can explain it to you.
Yeah,
So it's pretty.
he's feeling a little overwhelmed by this.
Yeah, I just feel like I've been to enough doctors recently. I don't want to.
So the.
I've been to doctors and shit, and I know that this guy's can help eliminate you or eliminate me from being a suspect in your guys' eyes, but I've been going to these different clinics and things, and I just want to hop back on Call of Duty for a little while. I appreciate you guys coming by, though, so you have a good one, okay? Is that fine?
Have you seen any like crime shows or anything? You know how we kind of.
And this man is smiling and laughing. Yeah, this kid is a little demon. He better got life. I swear to God, they probably only gave him. He's probably going to be out in 5 to 6 years on good behavior. He's going to be 19 years old and end up with a better job than I've ever had in my life. Watch.
Explain it to you.
Yeah,
Pathetic.
so he's feeling a little overwhelmed by this.
Yeah, I just feel like I've been to enough doctors recently. I don't want to.
So have you seen any like crime shows or anything? You know how we kind of do our job. The medical stuff's a little different than the law enforcement stuff. But I don't know if she explained to you, but we're just going to swab your cheek, and it's not going to go into any database or anything. But we're going to compare it against stuff that we have. That makes sense.
Okay.
And it will take 2 seconds. It's just a
Do I have to
inside
do
the
it?
cheek. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
But obviously, we're asking everybody on the street, and it would be super helpful if you could.
Right.
Alright.
Okay. And you're.
This motherfucker did all this shit just because he was angry at the world. He was too afraid to come out. If he just came out the closet, he would have never murdered anybody. But he been holding that shit in. And instead of just coming out and admitting that Friends is his favorite sitcom of all time, right? Instead of admitting that his favorite album is by Taylor Swift or some shit, I don't know, right? He decided to take that anger that he's been bottling up.
Levi?
And he exploded at the lady across the street. Way to go, Levi, with your fucking Scooby-Doo ass haircut.
You go Lewis.
I go by Lewis.
Lewis. Okay.
His name used
It would be easier if you
I go by Lewis. My name's Lewis.
sit down for your legs.
I don't have to do it first.
I can do it. Right.
Yeah, fuck that kid.
You guys are going to count first.
You're making him go in the hot seat?
I can be the guinea pig too. It's whatever.
It's just getting juicy, you guys. We
The
still got a
detectives
bunch of
proceed to
deeds.
take DNA swabs from both brothers, though Hunter and Rebecca are clearly far more willing to cooperate than Levi. But what one of the brothers doesn't seem to realize is that
They have the same DNA, right? Or is that not how? Aren't they twin brothers? Isn't that what they said earlier? And if that's the case, they're going to have the same DNA. Is that what he's about to say?
The more he talks, the more the Carte brothers begin to look less like witnesses and more like suspects.
Lewis has a few scars on his back, but it's just from the surgery.
Yeah, because my...
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Oh yeah, you could show them.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, it
wow.
looks pretty
I never noticed.
minimally invasive.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I have worse scars than that.
Yeah,
so.
it didn't look like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep mentioning things
We
that
had a
you don't
good
mention
surgeon.
without your permission.
How does it feel?
Sorry that I keep throwing you under the bus. Yeah, I honestly think this kid, the fatter one on the right, I honestly think he wants this brother to get caught because, like, he is literally just, like, in the most awkward ways throwing out this shit out there that makes the investigators be like, high five. Thanks, bud. Yeah, he's throwing him under the bus in the worst of ways. At this point, he might as well just point at him. Just be like, he did it.
Show them.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, it
wow.
looks pretty
And it's so weird hearing the cops, you know, how they have to play along and act like they're intrigued. Like, oh, yeah.
Minimally invasive.
Wow, dude, you're a trooper. Dang, how did you get that? Wow.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I have worse scars than that.
Yeah,
so.
it didn't look like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep mentioning things
We had
that
a
you don't
good
mention.
surgeon.
Sorry I keep throwing you under the bus. Do you think I could have your room and that microphone in your room once you go down for murder, brother?
Your permission.
How
does it feel to have these scars now?
Dr. Stevenson. It's where they go in and they
How does it feel to have these
test
scars
each
now?
nerve root that links to your leg.
What do you got?
You could even see in their eyes, like they totally look like
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I have worse scars than
the
that.
one on the left is getting pissed that he keeps talking and he just gives him this look like, bro, shut the fuck up. Shut up, bro.
Like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep mentioning things
We had
that
a
you don't
good
mention
surgeon.
without your permission.
Right here. Pay attention right here.
How does it feel to have these scars now?
He asks him, how does it feel to have 3 scars? And then he just looks at him with this, like, I wish I could zoom in on his face right here, but he has this look on his face like, bro, shut the fuck up, man.
Stevenson.
And you could tell by his reaction that he doesn't react and stares at him. He's like, it's almost like he's fucking with him.
It's where they go
Yeah, like he wants him to get caught. There's no way, right? Either that or he's just so terrified that he don't know how to act.
in and they
How does it feel?
How does it feel? And then he repeats it after he shows that he's irritated by his question to begin with.
test each nerve root that links to your leg.
And it's like he's talking loud. Like it's almost like he wants these cops to hear everything he's saying. He's not like, how does it feel to have 3 scars? How does it feel to have 3 scars now? Like, bro, I'm fucking 12 inches from your face.
What do you guys suspect or what do you guys know about?
And now he's asking this too. Yeah, bro. This brother's throwing his own brother under the bus.
What happened?
Well, I can tell you this. It shouldn't have happened. And we need to figure out why it happened so that, hopefully we can keep it from happening again. Because we'd hate to miss some evidence. And if you've watched any TV, we don't want to be those cops that forgot to do this or look into that.
We have watched plenty.
You know what I mean?
They love
So-
watching the true crimes.
It's kind of like
I like
TV, but
brother.
it's a lot differently.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, especially my brother, know a lot. I would say
Here he goes, continuing to throw himself under the bus, bro. This kid's willing to say anything. He's just gonna be like, we know a lot about killing people and getting rid of stuff, so that's crazy, huh? Isn't that really weird?
definitely my brother knows a lot about just the police in general.
He wants to go
This is the worst brother of all time, bro.
into the Marines when he gets older.
Nice.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
recruitment
Yeah.
is always there. Everybody's looking for.
Yeah.
Those are hard spots to fill anymore.
I don't get.
Yeah, there's a spot for everybody, in my opinion.
Me and Lewis have both agreed that him especially is a lot more mature than most kids our age.
Oh, so
God, they're both so gay. And there's nothing wrong with that, but Jesus criminy.
you can handle this news.
You guys are handling it pretty well.
Yeah.
Strangely, Hunter continues offering interesting details without being prompted, insisting that the teen brothers are far more mature than most.
We're much more mature than other people our age. Me and my brother have agreed with that fact. And my brother, he knows a lot about the police. So there's that. There's that. He knows a ton. And we've seen every episode of Dexter at least 9 times. So there's that.
Kids their age, and when he brings up Levi's injuries, Levi becomes visibly uncomfortable, giving his brother a long, chilling stare.
Yeah.
By the end of the interview,
Yeah, I caught that without him even bringing that up.
the twins no longer seem like ordinary kids to the detectives. Their fascination with true crime, gory shows like Dexter, foggy memory, and, of course, the hard-to-explain cat scratches on Levi all point towards something deeply unsettling.
Yeah, the fucking 1.5 inch wide cat scratches.
With DNA collected, investigators return to the station to brief the sergeant on everything they've uncovered. Now all they can do is wait for the DNA results from Daryl, the Carte twins, and several neighbors and family friends to come back the following day. Still believing a deranged killer may be at work, investigators know that until he or they are caught, no one in this quiet village is truly safe.
Village? What do you mean, village? Are you rage baiting me right now? That was like a town, right? A village? They acted like we just saw 4 huts in like a small jungle or some shit. The fuck?
The next day, the DNA results finally come in, and investigators are stunned. Both of Rebecca's sons are a match, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were both at the scene. According to the forensic analyst, the lab cannot tell Levi's DNA apart from Hunter's.
I told y'all. I told y'all. I told him, get down. Boy didn't graduate from high school, but he know what the fuck he talking about.
Because identical twins share the same STR marker.
Bam.
Needless to say, investigators are now facing an extraordinarily rare problem. But even with these findings, detectives struggle to process the facts that the suspects are only 13 years old.
For real, they both look like fucking 48-year-olds trapped in a 13-year-old's body damn near. Yeah, this is crazy.
Not only would they have to be deeply disturbed, but they would also need the physical strength to carry out a crime this violent. Then again, their age could also work in the investigators' favor. Teenagers are more likely to slip up, confess to friends or family, or leave evidence of their actions somewhere online. The problem is, detectives have enough probable cause for a search warrant, but not
Then get 'em, bro.
enough to formally detain Rebecca or either brother, something they absolutely cannot let the family realize. Nevertheless, they return to the family home, hoping they can persuade Rebecca to bring her sons to the station, allowing investigators to begin searching the house the moment they leave.
You better get a lawyer, Rebecca. Your boy is donezo.
But the situation is incredible.
I wonder if they both had something to do with it or if it was only one of the kids. We still haven't even found out if they were both in on it or not.
Incredibly delicate. One wrong move could spook the family and shut down the entire investigation.
Hello, back.
Hi, we're back. Yeah.
Oh.
And I still haven't even mentioned this lady's ridiculous haircut, by the way, that matches the Instagram logo. By the way, give me a follow on Instagram. I've been on there forever, but didn't really use it or even update it or nothing for years. But I'm back on there. I'm putting content on there. Mista.808. Add me on Instagram. And if you do add me, leave a comment that just says Insta, INSTA. And if you do that, I'll let you pick the next music reaction I do. So, if you hear me say this, follow me on Instagram, type Insta in all caps in the comments, and then tell me the artist and the song that you want me to react to next. And I got you, boo.
You left your keys in the door.
We just walked in the house. Do you need to come in? What's going on?
Yeah, that'd be great. We have a couple things to talk about.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
We just sat down to eat.
What you guys get?
Thanks.
Do you just need me or?
Yeah.
So,
Are all three of you here?
are all three of you here? Yeah.
Louis? You go upstairs?
Do I need to be nervous? It's making me feel nervous.
Relax, you're okay.
You're good, yeah. You want to take a seat
Yeah.
somewhere?
It's okay.
He said, all right, let's go get the cat.
Go put down so it's a little less weird.
Yeah, come on in. Just relax.
Yeah, you guys are good.
Okay.
That's Cap. They know they not good.
Do you guys want to sit down here? You get more comfortable?
Hey, Louis.
Sure.
Did you get Canes too?
Yes,
Yep.
we literally just walked in the door.
We need to talk to essentially each of you, and we're wondering if we can go down to the police department. Just we have a better area to talk.
Okay.
A better area to talk. That you didn't think that one through. Like you're in a comfortable living room right now, and this ain't good enough. Immediately, if I'm one of those kids, I already know. Like, oh my god, I'm fucked.
So if you guys want, let's put some shoes and socks on, maybe a coat, and then we'll head that way.
Clearly, detectives didn't arrive with a strong plan and are instead...
Yeah, the way they worded that is terrible. And then here goes this little dickhead wearing another serial killer shirt. Wow.
Relying heavily on improvisation. Somehow, though, despite not having their answers fully prepared, they appear to be succeeding in getting the family to the station voluntarily. But that can only work for so long before someone catches on.
Do we need to be getting lawyers or something? I'm feeling nervous about this. I don't.
You're welcome to call an attorney.
Also, like, do we have to go?
Oh, Jesus.
Is this like a right now thing, or is it
We would
like
like you to.
Yes.
It would make, you don't have to do anything, I suppose.
Right.
The wording is just so terrible. The dialogue is not good. You guys didn't rehearse this very well, did you?
I don't know. I feel uncomfortable. I'm not.
How about we get there, we can explain kind of what's going on, give you some more info, and you can always,
Okay. Well, do you want
Have
to
us
explain
explain
what's
some
going
more.
on before we head out there? And
do you mind if we do that outside?
sure.
Sure.
You guys want to wait a second? Is that what you mean?
Oh,
All three of you outside, if possible.
Okay.
We need to go over some things in the neighborhood with you, ma'am. If we could go back to Fairfax so we don't have to sit in the rain.
Yeah.
And we got some pictures I want to show you, and I'll.
So weird. You're just standing there with two sodas. Your brother, maybe even you, just killed some poor old lady that lives across the street that you probably have both seen thousands of times just when you're outside playing or doing whatever demonic shit you guys were doing growing up, right? And you're getting rained on and you're just holding these fucking sodas and it's lightweight cold. And this dude's talking to you about a murder investigation and how he's... It's so awkward, bro, the whole thing.
So you and your sons, and there's a bunch of stuff we want to talk to you about. So,
Okay.
all right, you guys good?
Are we under suspicion for something? Or
We just want to talk to you.
Nah, they just want to talk to you about, Jesus. That's all. They just want to see if you guys have ever thought about letting Jesus into your life. And, Come on, lady. You've been around long enough to know what the fuck the answer is to the question you're asking. They're not bringing you up there to fucking eat hamburgers with you and, you know what I mean? They're not...
You guys could help us clear a lot of things up. around here.
People are weird. And that's why I love these videos so much. People are so fucking weird.
okay.
All right.
Especially when they're in high pressure situations.
All right, let's go.
Hey, John. Yes, sir. And he'll ride with you. Okay, that works. Before we get in, I just got to make sure there's nothing on you. It's going to stick me, poke me, cut me. Yep. All right, actually, if you want to step over there to him right there. All right, you can just have a seat right there for me. I do have to put this on you for the whole 3 blocks we're driving.
should probably report them, so. I mean, but there's nothing that we can't talk about.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
They have to know they're being recorded, which is why they're going to have this dorky, the most fakest NPC dialogue. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Do I?
Well, very, very unexpected.
My anxiety levels went through the roof.
Oh. I don't know why there's so many, like, police vehicles either.
Yeah, that's definitely what scared me. Seeing all the cops immediately pull up. Like, one person's there, didn't see that other cop pull up, and then
I was just like, why are they... What's the reason
I'm
for
sure
that?
it's, I don't know, maybe it's an intimidation tactic.
I guess, but what?
I don't know why
are
they
they trying to
intimidate us.
intimidate us, right?
Miraculously, despite the detective's sloppy handling of the situation and Rebecca's growing skepticism, they still managed to convince the family to come to the station. For now, they've purposely kept the twins together, hoping the cameras might catch something incriminating. But the brothers have seen this tactic before and say,
"We know a lot about the police."
Nothing, foolishly convinced they're outsmarting the police. Investigators have also just confiscated their phones and obtained house keys from Rebecca, allowing them to begin searching the home for any evidence tying the boys to the crime. But despite these small victories, this is where detectives would face a major reality check about their strategy.
Was this their father?
Upon arriving at the station, the twins are quietly escorted through a separate entrance and separated from their mother. The twins don't seem particularly worried, calmly following detectives into the interrogation rooms. But for Rebecca, the situation is very different. Because the moment she's finally informed that her sons are about to be questioned without her present, all hell breaks loose.
I don't want food. I want to get us our lawyer and have my children stop being questioned without a lawyer present immediately.
Okay.
So let's make that happen.
I don't know who's doing what where.
Nope, but I can
Yep.
go get that figured out for you.
Yeah, isn't that illegal to begin with? Like, even though they're guilty, obviously, or at least that's what we find out, or are led on to believe at this point, of course. I mean, isn't that kind of dirty, what they're pulling right now?
It needs to happen right
She
now.
has every reason to be pissed. And to sue hardcore for even allowing that shit, or for them to even kind of walk her into a setup like this.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I got it.
Then my slippers. We just got home from the doctor's office
Those
in
look
Canes.
so comfy.
They are comfy.
Amazon.
And they were even questioning before they left. She was like, do I need a lawyer, this? And they were like, oh, you can get one if you want. But they were still acting like it was nothing. And then they separate them when they get there. That's when, yeah. I wouldn't even allow them to walk off. It would have ended right there if I was that mother. Look at that beautiful haircut. She's just a big old beanbag, ain't she? Just a big old beanbag.
I'm not, yeah.
I find these things on Amazon. People are so against it.
Really, I know you're being friendly. I need to know my children are not being questioned and that they have a lawyer. You didn't let us know that we were being detained.
You're not being detained. You're free to go.
No, you didn't let us know that you were detaining my children.
They're free to leave.
You did not. Right now? They're allowed to leave right now. Let's go. Right now. Right now. You said they're allowed to leave. Yes or no?
You cannot take them.
Clearly, this is not how detectives hoped things would go.
Yeah, these cops are fucking up right now, you guys. And if they had like the elitist of lawyers, of defense attorneys, they could have probably gotten away with the whole shit, the whole shebang. You know, if they had, why am I slipping up on his name? If they had OJ's lawyer when he was still around, Johnny Cochran, if they had some of the legends, they probably would have got off just by all of this fuck up by the police right here, because this is a big boo-boo right here.
Oh, Rebecca is furious, and not without reason. The detective just admitted that the boys are free to leave.
Yeah, said they're free to leave, and then turned around and said they're not. It's like, well, what is it? And the fact that you're saying this on camera is crazy.
Yet does nothing when Rebecca demands exactly that. On top of that, her phone has been confiscated, making it impossible for her to even call the lawyer.
Wow.
It's here that the risk behind the detective's
damn, this story is getting juicy.
Strategy, or lack thereof, becomes impossible to ignore. The advantage of this approach is that by withholding the real reason the boys are there, detectives limit the information the suspects can tailor their stories to, making contradictions and inconsistencies much easier to catch later. That said, when those suspects are minors and detectives need their mother's cooperation, this strategy can quickly backfire, undermining trust and damaging the legitimacy of the entire process. And unsurprisingly, Rebecca's outrage is only beginning as she storms out of the interrogation room in search of anyone willing to tell her what's really going on.
Are you accusing them of...
Damn, this is wild. This story just took a crazy turn. Now we got two huge stories in one right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Murder?
I am not.
Is that why they're being detained? Because they're under suspicion for murder?
They're questioning to find out if they know any additional details.
How would they know anything? Unless you were accusing them of murder and you think that they murdered someone.
So that's
I'm saying this whole charade, the way we've gone about this and approached it and slowly showed things.
She's explaining all this, you guys, while wearing bunny slippers. You can't make it up. Look at her feet. I literally see bunnies with poofy ears and eyeballs. Bunny slippers. Imagine having the most serious conversation that you have ever had in the entire history of your existence, right? And your child, maybe children, might be going down for murder at the age of 13. And you're having this conversation with this investigator, the most important conversation of your entire life. And you have pink hair and bunny slippers.
To me, because I've asked questions and not because you are transparent, is not okay. It literally just says we have the ability to search all of your belongings. It doesn't say...
For what reason would they want to search the belongings?
It says for murder.
Because we're investigating the murder of the neighbor.
Yeah, and my 13-year-olds have not murdered anyone.
Okay, well, we're trying to find further information that was divulged yesterday to put the pieces together.
So I'm not going to be told anything.
Yeah, they're burying themselves. I'm actually almost more interested to find out what happens with this than what happens with the boys as far as how they're charged, because this is wild what they're pulling with this lady right here. She's a goof. Her boys can rot, but at the end of the day, yeah, this is crazy. And they know they're fucking up right now.
Why am I not being questioned?
And they're just playing dumb.
We would love to talk to you if you would be willing to talk.
I'm literally standing here waiting.
And she has another perfect point. Why are you not questioning me? You could ask me if the boys were home at a certain time of day when this took place or all that other shit.
Well, we were trying to talk to you, but you want to make phone calls and do all those things. If you'd like to talk, we can talk.
You're well aware. Hey.
Yeah, the police are literally making shit up as they go. This is crazy. I mean, it happens a lot, but it's just crazy that we're seeing it all unfold like right in front of our eyes, being able to witness this shit.
A lot. And nothing, because they're not telling me anything.
Oh shit, now here come Brutus to the defense. I'm thinking this might be the boy's father, maybe.
I would assume because
I asked for a lawyer for the boys. He's saying because we talked yesterday.
I'm asking him. Calm down.
Sorry, I'm really worked up.
I understand. I understand. You have every right to be worked up. I'm just trying to sort it out.
All right, I'll let you do
So
your thing.
under what grounds are they being questioned? What prompted them?
There was a murder that happened across the street.
I understand that, but what specifically about our boys is causing you guys to bring them to the station for questioning?
Those details I don't know, because those investigators know more about that than I do.
Are there other
Are you guys bringing in every neighbor to?
We did 25 yesterday. I know myself and another agent.
To the station.
Well, I don't know how many people got brought here. We're also doing a
Lies.
search warrant at the house too. So a judge has granted us
search warrant for her house and who else?
Well, the search warrant is for the house and the vehicle on the property.
Our house and vehicle.
Okay. Were there other search warrants for other
Not that I'm aware
neighbors?
of.
You guys are questioning two 13-year-old boys.
Well, we're not. Someone is. You're absolutely correct. But I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
This is why we need our lawyer down here now. We need to make this happen. I don't have a phone. So this needs...
Yeah, how is it that they're just allowing this to continue to happen? This is a fucking travesty. I don't even know if that's the word.
needs to happen on your end. Immediately. Whoever we call.
After getting little to no answers from the detectives, the twins' father calls a lawyer, hoping he can intervene. But even with legal counsel now on the way, detectives press forward with the interviews, fully aware of the risk they're taking.
Yeah, this is wild. Like, how is this not national headlines right here? That they just were allowed to pull this shit, bro. Dude, if my son ever got hemmed up on something like this and I wasn't allowed to make the decision at 13, bro.
At the same time, ever since the boys left with the police, a search of their home has been underway, and very soon it will begin yielding crucial evidence for the interrogations. As both brothers wait for their interrogations to begin, it quickly becomes clear that one of them is about to be treated very differently. Because Hunter had been significantly more talkative the day before, detectives opt for a more casual, friendly approach, and even his interrogation room reflects that. Levi, on the other hand, is placed in a cold, cramped room, subjected to the kind of interrogation tactics typically reserved for an adult suspect. Based on the scratch marks alone, detectives strongly suspect Levi is the killer, but there is still nothing ruling out the possibility that Hunter may have helped him, especially after learning that Levi has significant mobility issues.
This is getting juicy right here.
Now, with a lawyer on the way to the station and two furious parents pacing outside, the clock is ticking. So detectives split into two groups to question the boys simultaneously. And as the questioning begins, Hunter's interview escalates far quicker than expected, because there's something he needs to get off his chest.
Man, what is that he's got to get off his chest? That he's been wanting to rat out his brother since the minute it happened, and he's been trying to do every little subliminal throw him under the bus thing since the minute you guys went over there to investigate? Is that what it is Hunter? I mean, I guess it's doing the right thing, quote unquote, right? But he been ready to get his brother out that house. I'm telling you, he's trying to get his bedroom, he's getting his computer, he wants the whole shebang, bro. That kid hates his brother. He probably manipulated his brother into even deciding to do this shit. Imagine if Hunter was the one that coerced all this. Like, for years, this was just his long-term plan to turn my brother into a psychopath that when I dared him, he'd go do it. And now I got that motherfucker's bedroom. Fuck out of here. It's my shit. This is crazy. This is crazy. Hit that like button.
Just so you know, I don't feel pressured doing this.
You don't?
Of course I feel a little pressured, but I don't feel like I have to sign those.
Okay.
I just know it's more suspicion is put on me if I don't answer any questions. So.
Yeah, we're here to talk, ask questions, get your story. I know you told Lauren a little bit.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I want to say, I don't think my brother would be able to do anything like that. But because that day he got scratches on his face, because of that day it all seems like a very wide coincidence, you know, because of course his cat was his face was scratched by a cat. We talked about it, and it certainly looks like Lewis has some, like, the coincidences are there.
At this early stage of the interview, Hunter, completely unprompted, begins talking about the scratch wounds, which he believes are the most concrete evidence against his brother. But while he frames it as a coincidence, back at the house, police executing the search warrant notice something that immediately casts doubt on the story. On Rebecca's bed, they find the family cat, Marshmallow.
Let me guess, the cat is declawed. Is that where we're gonna find out? The cat was declawed hella years ago and doesn't even have fucking nails to scratch anybody with? Watch, that's what we're about to find out.
Sitting completely calm. But more importantly, the cat's claws seem far too small to match the injuries on Levi. This information...
Yeah, I already pointed that out earlier. If a cat scratches you, they're going to be rail thin. They're not going to be what that Levi kid had, which appeared to be as wide as a thumb, literally scraping the whole soft side of your damn side of your nose.
Is relayed back to detectives at the station, where Hunter and Levi are being interviewed. And while Hunter appears eager to talk, Levi's interview is moving far more slowly, as detectives focus on building rapport and choosing their words extremely carefully. So seeing just how much more talkative Hunter is, investigators keep their focus on him for now, hoping he can offer further insight into his brother, or perhaps even turn on him.
He had extra, like, red scratch marks on his face. I mean, that seems obviously suspicious, but like I said, I don't think he could do something like that. I'm gonna keep saying this, but this makes me feel really upset because a lot of evidence is piled up against him, but like, I mean, I don't know if you guys suspect him of anything, but I truly don't believe he could do anything like that.
This kid is an oddball.
Even though he has all these things.
He's never talked about anything like that with you? Because we agree
anything
with
like
you
what?
About hurting somebody, or when he gets triggered, he gets upset and acting out and just saying things, or, you know, I don't know how he behaves when he's triggered.
No, like I said, no, he doesn't behave weirdly when triggered. He just doesn't. He's just quiet. It's upsetting for him. Like, he started crying when he got back to this house because he said he never gave us an explanation as to why he's triggered, but
interestingly, although Hunter describes the suspicious behavior...
And he says got back to his house. You mean your house? You live there too, you frickin' weirdo.
He's noticed from his brother, he continues to insist that Levi could not actually be responsible for the murder. But detectives can't tell whether his reaction is genuine or part of a calculated effort to distance himself from the crime. At this stage, though, they're fairly certain Levi is the culprit and decide it's time to stop speculating and focus on something more concrete. So they turn to a key piece of evidence Hunter can't deny. Something they had kept hidden from the twins. A watch recovered from beneath Sheila's body. One investigators initially dismissed, but now strongly suspect belongs to one of the two boys. And whether he realizes it or not, what he says next would seal their fate.
Do you recognize that?
that's Lewis's farm. That's Lewis's watch.
Lewis's watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. What do you think about that?
What do you mean?
Okay, let me widen it out. That's the picture. What do you think that's a picture of?
Try to take some deep breaths, okay?
We don't have any of those blankets.
Right. It's not your house.
No, I remember him saying that he lost his watch.
And when did he say that?
After he... After he got home. Also, he...
I'll show you one more picture.
He sounded... The way he said, I don't know where my watch is. I don't feel a person would say that. A person say it that way, knowing that, you know, they wore their watch if they did that. Are you saying he purposefully hurt?
We don't know what his purpose was. We just
Is
know
there...
he made a mistake.
How would he even do that? He's disabled. How would he?
This is why he struggled. Even though, 1, she was asleep when he attacked. Even though 2, she's in her 60s. And even though 3, he was able to start the attack without her even, while she's snoozing, and she still got off wounds on him. That's how. It wasn't easy, is what I'm trying to say. Your stupid ass brother. Little shit dick.
Hurt.
We don't know what his what his purpose was. We just
Is
know
there-
he made a mistake.
And he told his brother all about, like, he knows everything. His brother that did this shit shared every detail with him. He's just doing his best to just, again, what the investigator said, trying to distance himself or whatever. Not the investigator, but the guy the host of this video.
How would he even do that? He's fucking disabled. How would he sneak out of the house, get into the house, stab somebody? Is it true that them? Is that true? Did you find DNA evidence?
We're not gonna.
The fact that this guy's 13 asking this is just crazy.
So
there's no way he would do that.
There's some stuff that happened that we can't give you details
There's
about.
no way.
You have
There's no way.
From the beginning.
If he.
He's like, I don't mind that he killed her, but if he actually had sex with her dead body, there's no way. There's no way, man. No way. Unacceptable. God.
No way.
What an odd family.
It's not possible. There has to be someone who planted evidence. There has to be some misunderstanding.
At the thought of his own brother being
It just seems like it's all a facade, right? It just seems like it's all an act.
responsible.
Like, it doesn't seem like these emotions are actually coming to him. It's all just lightweight rehearsed.
For the murder, Hunter appears to completely break down. Detectives realize he's now too emotional and overwhelmed to provide any more reliable information, so they decide to end the interview. Despite failing to secure a confession and not fully ruling him out as a suspect, still, they've learned something important. More insight into Levi, and confirmation that his watch was indeed at the scene. But just outside the interrogation room, the boy's parents continue arguing with deputies. And with a lawyer coming to intervene, investigators are running out of time. If they want to secure an admission before the interview is shut down, they know they need to raise the stakes with Levi. So the detectives interviewing him finally move on from building rapport and shift the conversation to the scratches, testing whether his explanation matches the one he gave the day before.
Do you know what we're investigating?
I mean, I know something happened down the street.
Across the street?
Or across the street,
right
in front of me.
Right. A woman was murdered, right? So we're trying to find out what happened.
I mean, I've already talked to FBI investigators. My cat had randomly woke me up with all the lights off.
There goes another long ass cat scratch explanation. You guys ready for round two?
Like sitting on my neck. So it like scratched my face. I felt very bloody, obviously. There was a lot of scratches on me. Usually, because of my disability as well, I used like a shower chair.
Yeah.
Because I can't really stand for that long without getting like super fatigued and falling or like walking around for too long. I didn't use the shower chair because I didn't want to make a bunch of noise and make anybody up.
Right.
So I ended up literally falling, and I fell and like hit my head on the shower hose.
Where'd you hit it at?
I think like around here, like.
So he's saying that not only did this cat scratch him, but he didn't want to wake up anybody in the house, so instead of using this shower chair that he would normally use, he just decided to salve it out. Fell while in the shower or whatever. Tripped, landed on some dude's dick and all this extra shit.
Right here.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I don't know how
I didn't believe in none of that.
Need more?
Yes.
As Levi once again over-explains the incident, detectives notice he makes a point of emphasizing that the injuries became worse after he slipped in the shower. But something else in Levi's account immediately stands out. After mentioning his medical condition, detectives recall reviewing his records and discovering that Levi has cerebral palsy. This brings the detectives back to an earlier question. Not only is Levi just 13 years old, but his disability raises serious doubts about whether he was even physically capable of carrying out such a violent attack on his own, especially considering
I've grown up with kids that had cerebral palsy, and he must have like a very like low, for lack of not knowing how to explain it. He must have had like a very low dose of cerebral palsy, because again, I've grown up with several people that have had cerebral palsy, and the couple I knew, they were nonverbal. They couldn't talk. In fact, they couldn't walk at all, let alone stand up, or they couldn't stand up. They'd basically crawl around, find ways to maneuver on the ground and shit with their arms and shit. So if this guy does have cerebral palsy, he just got the little sprinkle in there. But again, it's not like he had a body slam this chick. Apparently she was sleeping, is what we heard in the beginning of the video. So, and she's old, right? It's not like she's exactly a grown man. Levi couldn't have done it to his father. Probably not, unless he stabbed him first. But
Sheila fought back. Investigators know Hunter is physically stronger, has no disability, and shares many of the same interests in true crime as his brother Levi. At this point, detectives are realizing they may have prematurely cleared Hunter.
Bro, are we about to swing it back around and it's really this guy the whole time?
Treating him more like a witness than a suspect, and in doing so, may have lost their chance to implicate him. But with the pressure mounting on Levi, this may be the perfect opportunity for him to turn on his brother. And for the first time during his interview, the bond between the twins is about to be truly tested.
We get in like 15.
Wow, were we about to find out it was the other kid this whole time, though? If that's the case, then they had to have both been involved, because how did he get all these scratches on his face?
15 minutes later.
It wasn't the cat, bro, in the shower and all that extra shit. Was it?
Mom starts seeing a bunch of sirens outside, and she opens the window and she's like, "Oh my God, something happened to Denise." And me, already in a panicked, weird state, I kind of started feeling emotionally triggered. And when she said there was a bunch of ambulances outside, I started to freak out even more. I just felt even worse because Mom had said that something had happened to Denise, our neighbor, right in front of us. And I started feeling even worse, just to the fact that the same night that something happened, or something like that had happened, that I had an injury of my own.
Although Levi never directly blames his twin brother for the murder, he seems more focused on how bad the situation already looks for him. And as the interview continues, it would only get worse, because detectives begin receiving critical updates from the house search that is still ongoing, and officers have started uncovering disturbing items. Inside Levi's bedroom, officers recover a journal containing violent writing and repeated references of wanting to kill someone. They also uncover a growing obsession with serial killers, books, online content, and material saved focused on infamous murderers, and in particular, Ted Bundy. Detectives begin to realize this was far more than just a morbid curiosity. Over time, what began as an interest in true crime had evolved into something far darker for Levi, and now detectives are left trying to determine whether this interest in violence had consumed them both. Because Levi and Hunter are twins, the blood DNA recovered at the scene is consistent with both of them.
This is crazy.
Something detectives choose to
It's probably one of the most entertaining ones I've reacted to so far. This shit's genuinely wild. Usually within the first 10 minutes, we kind of already know exactly who did what, and then they just kind of draw it out and explain it throughout the episode or whatever. This one, we're like 90% through this just about, and I'm still not 100% sold on who the fuck did what.
Actually keep from Levi. Instead, they plan to tell him that the DNA points specifically to him, hoping this pressure will make him crack. But if Levi is the criminal genius he thinks he is, he will easily be able to see through the detective's bluff.
So, you said you've never been in Denise's house, never been... Okay. Do you know what DNA is? You ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Okay. So, we're trying to figure out, and I want you to help me explain this, okay, why your blood would be in Denise's house. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, I'm not sure.
Cause this dude's such a dork.
I don't know, like...
He straight up went, cause... It's like everything he's learned is in his entire existence of being on this planet is all just from television shows and sitcoms, and like even the mannerisms and how he thinks that the real world is how a character on a TV show would act. Like that's what every cartoon character would be. Let me think. Well, I think nobody really does that shit though.
Well,
but here he goes.
I'm not sure, cause I don't know, like,
are you fucking kidding me right now?
How is it my blood? Like,
that's what we're trying to find out.
Cause I don't know why it would be in my house. I mean, in her house.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. That's why we're even here right now.
Oh.
Remember we got those swabs from you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we compared that to the blood in the house, and it's not only her blood, it's your blood mixed in with it.
Wow.
Through DNA testing.
Ruh-roh.
I don't know what explanation I could give you, or even come up with. That would be equivalent to how that would happen.
Well, you don't have
There's
to,
only one
bud.
person here that knows, and that's you.
How do you know that?
Because there's no other way that part of you can be in that house without you never being in there.
That's a lie. I'm all for agreeing with facts, but what he just said is a lie. There's no other way for his blood to be in a house he didn't go in. Really? So you mean he couldn't have bled somewhere, someone helped him clean up a mess, and then they took that blood and then put it over there? There's no way. That's never happened before in the history of human beings and homicides and crime scenes. There's never once been anyone that's done that. It's just like, I've never been in somebody's house, but if I go to a bar and I piss all over the toilet seat, which I tend to do, not the best of aimers, especially the older I get, and if someone decides to go in with a little sucker upper or whatever the fuck they're called, like the little syringe sucker upper, and they scoop up some of my piss off that toilet seat, and then they go off and off some lady in her home in a house I've never been in, and then they that piss all over her pants. Really? There's no way, huh? No way his blood could be in that house if he had never been in that house. Nope. None whatsoever. There's no way someone could just go to a barber and or be a barber, work at a hair salon, and just sweep up a person's hair, right? Bunch of DNA evidence, put it in a Ziploc bag, and just go commit some heinous crime and just sprinkle some of them hairs, put it in some vehicle, leave them. There's no way, right? None. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I can agree with that.
Right? So that's why I just need an explanation as to how. I'm just trying to
fair enough
wrap my brain around it. You know?
Well, I'd have to wrap my brain around it first.
Yeah, so that's we need to wrap it around together.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Can you help me with that?
I can, if you help me. I can help you if you help me.
Help me help you.
By telling me the truth.
I told you the truth, though.
I don't think you're telling me all the truth.
What? But I'm not lying.
Well, I think you're about how you get hurt. We have your blood in her house, and we're trying to figure out.
So ultimately, we're finding out and we're coming to the realization that had this kid not got lit up by this woman in his face, he could have easily got away with this, no problem. If she just simply did not scratch his face up, this kid could have got away with this, no big deal. Could have just been another kid off to high school. You just look at him as the weird kid. I don't know, there's something about that kid. He's weird. And the whole time you just going to school with this kid that killed somebody. And you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know.
How got there? That's the bottom line.
Well,
that's the bottom line. I mean,
you get my blood from somewhere?
We don't need your blood. We got swabs.
I just mean, like, did somebody put my blood in that house for a reason?
Oh,
like,
I don't know. Would you tell me? Would they? I didn't put your blood there.
I don't have any enemies.
I didn't put your blood there.
I mean, I'm only 13. I don't know why anybody would put my blood in a house, but...
Yeah, I like how he brings up his age like that has anything to do with shit. Yeah, just to let you know I'm a minor, so... He's still trying to put off his, what's the defense systems when jets have missiles coming off them and they let off those flares or whatever it is that stops them from being hit by missiles? That's what he's doing right now. He's popping them bitches at the very end. Still trying to somehow find his way to get the hell out of this.
Is there any more questions you have for me, or like what?
Too late to
apologize. I want to get past this, and we're not getting past it. You don't know, I don't know. So we're not resolving anything.
Well, I'm not sure if we can resolve it if I don't know and you don't know. Does you know?
Oh, God.
I mean,
you know, he thinks this is just one big fucking game. Like, he's enjoying every last little bit of this shit.
Listen, I wholeheartedly believe that there's two types of people in this world.
He's a
You've
very
got monsters.
Very odd kid.
You've got people who make mistakes.
I think I disagree with that personally.
Help us explain this.
What do you disagree with about that statement?
I just think that, you know, there's a lot of different types of people in the world. There's not monsters and people who commit mistakes.
Well, I'm simplifying things in terms of, you know, a crime, a murder, right? There's two types of people who would commit a murder. There's a monster, and there's people who make mistakes. Like his example of the...
Got carried away.
Well, if it's a murder, then it would be a monster, right?
Not necessarily.
You don't think so?
No.
Still believing he's in control of the situation, Levi never asks for a lawyer or even his mother, and unsurprisingly, fails to catch the detective's bluff about his DNA. But while Levi remains convinced he's outsmarted the police, he has no idea that while the evidence uncovered in his room is already damning enough, what detectives are about to find on his phone will destroy any chance of walking free. Because before long, detectives would receive the final and most crucial breakthrough in the investigation.
Dun, dun.
After searching the brothers' phones and social media activity, it begins to uncover a disturbing picture. Just one day after the murder, Levi writes, "This one was a fighter," and detectives realize this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment act. Levi had been planning a murder for months, with searches of how to choose the perfect victim, how to strangle someone, and how to defeat a police interrogation. And they would uncover even
Well, here's a note to all y'all future wannabe serial killers out there. Don't search anything on any devices you own, right? You're not going to be just chilling in your room on your computer looking this type of shit up, right? Especially if you actually go through with it after the fact. It's not good. It's not a good sign, dude. Not a good sign.
More evidence tying Levi directly to the scene. Not only was the watch confirmed to be Levi's, but inside his room, they discovered a shirt covered in Sheila's blood and gloves matching the ones from the crime scene. Now, even without a full confession, detectives know they have enough evidence to formally charge him. With this, both interrogations finally come to an end.
Bro's gonna be in prison for God only knows how long with cerebral palsy. You sure as hell didn't think that one through very well, bud.
And as a detective steps out to inform the parents that one of their young sons is an alleged killer, all they can do is stand in shock, silently waiting to hear their son's fate.
And now they have to be told this, knowing that he was in there without a lawyer, even though they were demanding that he be let out. And on top of all of this, look at the door. You see that blackness? It is dark outside, ladies and gentlemen. They've been sitting up there for hours. And yet the police were able to take both of her sons and interrogate them, even though she was saying she's not down with it and that she wanted them out of there immediately. Remember, it's crazy? And I bet we're going to hear nothing about any outcome of that. That's what's fucking wild. Let's finish this video up. If you guys are still with me, I greatly appreciate all of you. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber to the channel.
Yeah. This is their dad.
I'm Special Agent Ward with Beast Bureau Criminal Investigation. We see two of my colleagues here, my other colleague. Now, there's some certain things I'm going to tell you that we have that are bad. Okay? Alright, that watch that we showed you was under her body.
What?
What?
Yes.
No. Okay, you have more things to tell me.
Okay, I don't know what in the world happened. We're not talking to him anymore. I mean, he doesn't want to really talk anymore. I don't know what happened.
You can keep talking.
Well, we have a lot of other evidence too. I'm just trying to figure out what in the world happened.
I don't know. No. No. Okay, sorry,
Ma'am,
what else?
I'm not doing this to...
I don't think you are.
I'm just trying to do my job, and
I'm in
so are my
shock.
colleagues.
What happens now?
I'm consulting with the Wilmington County Prosecutor's office.
He's only 13. Oh my god, oh my god.
And obviously intelligent, like both those boys. Even though I'm talking shit throughout the video, you could hear just how they communicate, and they did sound way older than their age. I mean, they're speaking fucking better than me. I'm a grown-ass man, and they were basically more grammatically correct and shit they were saying than even I can be when I try to fucking be all proper and all this shit, right? So they're obviously intelligent kids, so it's hard to say, did she fuck up along the way? Did dad fuck up along the way? It's like, obviously these kids were smart. They weren't just some dumb idiots, for lack of better words, right? Just got obsessed over the wrong type of shit. Wanted to prove themselves they could get away with some shit. And then guess what? It backfired.
Oh my god.
It backfired.
Well, I know, honey, I know. Okay. No, it's not true. No. Oh god, I feel like such a over being so stern. I never.
You're a mom.
There's no way you could have known.
After finally learning what their son had done, Levi's family are left to come to terms with a devastating reality. With the overwhelming evidence against him, on November 10th, 2025, Levi Carte ultimately pleads guilty to aggravated murder, aggravated burglary.
And this is where we find out, was he charged as an adult, which I think his disability saves him on that, even though I don't think it should have. I don't think he gets charged as an adult. I think this kid, like I said earlier in the video, I think he's out by the time he's 18, 19. That's what's crazy, but let's find out.
And strangulation in the killing of Sheila Tenpenny. And because of his age...
And of course it also depends on if his family could even afford a proper attorney. They didn't exactly look like a family that had money to throw around like that.
age, Levi receives the maximum sentence allowed under juvenile law. He will remain in a juvenile facility until he turns 21, meaning he is expected to be released in 2033.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. And the sad thing is, this kid was smart enough to research this. I promise you at some point he found out that, oh, even if I do get caught and hemmed up since my age and blah, 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 I'll probably get out by the time I'm 21. And he probably like literally used that to help him make up his decision as to whether or not he should go through with this. That's how calculated this little monster is here. And he's going to get out. 21 years old, no big deal. 21. Didn't even have a motive. Wasn't like they were beefing. Wasn't, you know, like the officer said, there are monsters and then there are people that just go a little too far and have accidents. That was no accident. This dude calculated this whole shit. Went across, attacked this lady in her sleep in cold blood. Took her out. And he's going to be out right around the corner, you guys. Right around the corner. He's out of there. Out of there. And like I said earlier, at some point, probably have a better job than I've ever had in my life. Isn't that fantastic?
But for Sheila's family, the outcome still doesn't feel like justice.
And let's not forget her brother and how they were like lightweight pinning him with this shit. He probably got no compensation for none of this.
Under juvenile sentencing laws, Levi cannot legally remain incarcerated beyond that age. And at Levi's...
so he's out by 21 no matter what. Even if he's in there drop kicking people in the back of the face with his busted up cerebral palsy ass legs. I normally don't talk about people in a bad way if they're disabled, but fuck that kid.
Sentencing, the lead investigator warned the court, telling the judge he made a mistake. It was good luck for us that he did, but in the future, is he going to learn from those mistakes? That's what I'm concerned about. For the detectives involved in the investigation, there remains a terrifying possibility that Sheila was not the end of Levi's violence, but only the beginning of what he could be capable of. And while this case left Ohio shaken by a killer no one ever expected, our next case unfolds somewhere danger is never supposed to reach. Inside St. Vincent North Hospital, more than a dozen gunshots sent patients and doctors into lockdown as...
Oh, geez, that's the end of the video, you guys. That's wild. Yeah, again, that kid... There are people that are spending more time behind bars for tax evasion. There are people that are spending more time behind bars for a DUI where they didn't even necessarily kill anybody or hit anybody, but it's like their third DUI or fourth DUI or whatever, right? There's people that are behind bars that literally got caught with a pound of marijuana on them that are doing more time than this kid just got for brutally killing his neighbor across the street. I'm not fine with that. I'm not happy with that by any means, but I called it. I called it. And I understand the law being in place to protect minors in certain situations, but that child was not your average 13-year-old. In fact, I would say his IQ, if you were to test him, is probably that of or higher than your average adult. Being in there till he's 21, that's not enough time. Not by any means. My name is Dennis, aka Miss Stay to Wait. I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you guys have been here till the end of the video, you are absolutely legendary. Consider becoming friendly to the channel for $4.99 a month. Members only content, perks, all this type of shit. I'm trying to think of other stuff to do too for paid members at some point. I'll figure it out. In the meantime, be good, never bad. Stay happy, never sad. Much love, everybody.